User equivalent range errors. User equivalent range errors. So you need to call the another name for this is receiver equivalent range errors. Receiver equivalent range errors. So the user equivalent range errors are those that relate to the timing and path readings of the satellite. This will be related to the timing and path readings of the satellites due to in hardware or interference from the atmosphere. So a complete list of these source of user equivalent range errors in descending order of their contributions to the total error budget, which is shown in the below. You need to see that in this we have a GPS satellite clock. In the GPS satellite clock, we are going to calculating GPS position, which is depends on measuring signal transmission time from satellite to receiver. This in turn depends on knowing the time on both ends. So in this statement meaning is that so here it is going to depends on both timings, either receiving and transmitting, transmission time and receiver time. How much time it requires for transmitting the signal from satellite to GPS transmitter. Sorry, from GPS transmitter to GPS receiver. After that, how much time it requires for receiving the signal from satellite to receiver. So this value, this satellite clock value or the satellite clock time is depends on knowing the time on both ends. Coming to NavStar, navigation satellite transmission and receiver. NavStar means. So this navigation satellite transmitter and receiver satellites uses atomic clocks which are very accurate but can drift up to a milliseconds, which is enough to make an accuracy different. It is enough to make an accuracy different. So these errors are minimized by calculating clock corrections. So where you will do this clock corrections means at monitoring stations. These errors are minimized by calculating clock errors at monitoring stations and transmitting the corrections along with the GPS signals to appropriately outfitted GPS receivers. To appropriately outfitted GPS receivers. Next is upper atmosphere. So you know that what type of layer is available in the upper atmosphere means ionosphere only. That's only last layer in the atmosphere. GPS signals as GPS signals pass through the upper atmosphere. You know that the upper atmosphere is around 52,000 kilometers above the surface. The ionosphere 52,000 kilometers above the surface. So as the GPS signals pass through the upper atmosphere, signals are delayed and deflected. So why the signals are delayed and deflected means, so based on the distance, based on the distance from ground satellite to your upper atmospheric or ionospheric satellite. So based on that only, you will get it here. The signals are delayed and deflected. The ionosphere density, this will be varies. The signals are delayed more in some places than others. Why means based on the places or based on the surroundings. This signal delay will changes. If this signal transmission is going on in the cities, by default, what will happen? The delay will somewhat greater than in the rural areas. Okay, so the delay also depends on the how close the satellite is to being overhead. The delay also depends on how close the satellite. The delay also depends on how close the satellite is being overhead. Where the distance that the signal travels through the ionosphere is theta, or ionosphere is least. So by modeling ionosphere characteristics, GPS monitoring stations, by modeling ionosphere characteristics, GPS monitoring stations, by modeling ionospheric characteristics, GPS monitoring stations can calculate and transmit corrections to the satellites, which in turn pass these corrections along the receivers. So only about 3/4 of these bias can be removed, however, leaving the ionosphere as the second largest contributor to the GPS. The next slide is satellite orbit. Satellite orbit. GPS receivers calculate coordinates relative to the known locations of satellite in in space, a complex task that involves knowing the shapes of satellite orbits as well as their velocities, neither of which is constant. The GPS control segment monitors satellite locations at all times, calculates orbit eccentricities, and compiles these deviations in documents called ephemeris or ephemeride. Ephemeride. You need to see that the GPS control segment, this will be monitors satellite locations at all times, at all times, calculate orbit eccentricities and compiles these deviations in documents called ephemerides. So all ephemeris are all ephemeris is compiled for each satellite and broadcast with the satellite signal. GPS receivers that are able to process ephemerides can compensate for some orbital errors. Some orbital errors. Coming to receiver clock, GPS receivers are equipped. GPS receivers are equipped with quartz crystal clock that are less stable than the atomic clocks which are used in Navstar satellites. You need to see that in the receiver clock, we'll get it error which can be eliminated, however, by comparing times of arrival of signals from two satellites whose transmission times are known exactly. Whose transmission time are known exactly. Coming to lower atmosphere. What type of layer is available in the lower atmosphere? The three lower layers of atmospheric, the three lower layers of atmosphere, troposphere, tropopause, and stratosphere. So these are comes under three lower layers of atmosphere. These three lower layers of atmosphere extend from the Earth's surface to an elevation of about 50 kilometers. Extend from the Earth's surface to an elevation of about 50 kilometers. The lower atmosphere delays GPS signals, adding slightly to the calculated distances between satellites and receivers. And here the signals from satellite. Here, whatever the signals we received from the satellites which are close to the horizon, are delayed the most since they pass through the most atmosphere only. Coming to multipath, ideally GPS signals travel from satellites through the atmosphere directly to GPS receivers. So the multipath is ideally GPS signals travels from satellites to the atmosphere directly to GPS receivers. So in reality, GPS receivers must discriminate GPS receivers must discriminate between signals received directly from satellites and other signals received directly from satellite and other signals that have been reflected from surrounding objects surrounding objects such as buildings, trees, and even the ground. In reality, GPS receivers must discriminate between signals received directly from satellite and other signals that have been reflected from surrounding objects such as buildings, trees, and even the ground. So these are the comes under reflected areas. What are the areas are going to reflected their GPS signals? So here we are going to designing an antennas. Our antennas are going to design to minimize the interference from signals reflected from below, but the signals reflected from the above are more difficult to eliminate. Antennas are designed to minimize interference from signals reflected from below, but the signals reflected from the above are more difficult to eliminate. So if any reflections will be coming in the signal, so in the below, there is no problem for eliminating the reflected signals, but above the reference level, if any signal is reflected, what will happen? We are not able to eliminate the reflected data. What will get it from above reference level? So it is more difficult to eliminate. It is more difficult to eliminate. See, one technique for minimizing multipath errors is to track only those satellites that are at least 15 degrees above the horizon. Are at least 15 degrees above the horizon. Therefore, you need to call a threshold is mask angle. A threshold is called the mask angle. A threshold is called as a mask angle. Multipath errors are particularly common in multipath errors, particularly common in urban or woody environments, which means that in forest areas, especially those with large valleys, especially those with large valleys are mountains, mountain terrain, and are one of the primary reasons why GPS works poorly or not at all in large buildings, are not at all in large buildings, underground or on narrow city streets that have tall buildings on both sides, that have tall buildings on both sides. So the multipath errors are particularly common in urban or woody environments, especially those with large valleys or mountains terrains, and are one of the primary reasons why GPS works poorly or not at all in large buildings, underground, or on narrow city streets that have tall buildings on both sides. That have tall buildings on both sides. If you have ever been geocaching, if you have ever been geocaching, hiking, or exploring and noticed poor GPS service service while in dense forest, while in dense forest, you are experiencing multipath errors. You are experiencing multipath errors. Coming to dilution of precision or dilution of precision. The arrangement of satellites, the arrangement of satellites in sky, the arrangement of satellites in sky also affect the accuracy of GPS positioning, also affect the accuracy of GPS positioning. Therefore, the ideal arrangement means of minimum 4 satellites. The ideal arrangement is one satellite directly overhead, one satellite directly overhead, three others directly overhead, three others equally spaced nearer the horizon. Three others equally spaced nearer the horizon, which means that, but above the mask angle only. Above mask angle only. Let us imagine the vast umbrella that encompasses most of the sky with the satellites from the tip and the ends of the umbrellas spins. We need to see that the GPS coordinators, we need to see that the GPS coordinators calculated, GPS coordinators calculated when satellites are clustered. GPS coordinators are coordinates calculated when satellites are clustered. When satellites are clustered close together, close together in sky, suffer from dilution of precision, DOP. Dilution of precision, a factor that multiplies the uncertainty, the uncertainty associated with user equivalent, user equivalent range errors or receiver equivalent range errors. These errors associated with the satellite and receiver clocks, the atmosphere, satellite orbits, and environmental conditions that lead to multi-path errors. That lead to multi-path errors. These user equivalent range errors associated with the satellite and receiver clocks, the atmosphere, satellite orbits, and the environmental conditions that are that leads to multi-path error. That leads to multi-path error. The calculation of dilution of precision results. The calculation of dilution of precision results in values that range from 1 to more than 20, 1 to more than 20. The calculation of dilution of precision results in values that range from 1 to 20, 1 to more than 20. So the best case is it does not magnify user ranging errors. So in which case there is so much error, the data should not be used. So according to Van Sickle, the lowest dilution of precision encountered in practice in about 2, which doubles the uncertainty associated with the user ranging errors or user equivalent ranging errors. So the GPS receivers report several components. Report several components of dilution of precision, including horizontal dilution of precision and vertical dilution of precision. Vertical dilution of precision. The combination of these two components, of the three-dimensional position is called position dilution of precision, PDOP. The combination of these two components of three-dimensional position is called position dilution of precision. A key element of GPS mission planning is to identify the time of day when position dilution of precision is minimized. When position dilution of precision is minimized. Since satellite orbits are known, what will happen? The position dilution of precision can be predicted for a given time and location. The professional surveyors use a variety of software products. Professional surveyors use a variety of software products to determine the best conditions for GPS work. To determine the best conditions for GPS work. Coming to correcting GPS errors, how will we able to correcting the errors? What we will get from GPS? So far, we have learned about a variety of factors that can be degrade GPS performance as well as some common source of GPS errors. So we have here, we learned a variety of factors that can be degrade GPS performance as well as some common sources of GPS errors. As you might have guessed based on the purpose of the control segment of GPS and our ability to predict some of these errors. A number of techniques exist to correct errors and increase the accuracy and reliability of GPS measurements. GPS measurement. A common method of error correction. Is called differential correction. A common method of error correction is called differential correction. A common method of error correction is called differential correction. Recall the basic concept. Behind the requirements of three satellites for accurately determining two-dimensional positions. Differential corrections or differential correction is similar. Differential correction is similar in that it uses the known distance. It uses the known distances between two or more receivers to enhance GPS readings. The location of two GPS receivers is the location of two GPS receivers, one stationary, one mobile, are illustrated in this coming statements. The stationary receiver continuously records continuously records its fixed position continuously records its fixed position over a control point which has a known location which has a known location that has been measured with high accuracy that has been measured with high accuracy. The difference between the base stations actual locations and its calculated locations is measured of the positioning error affecting the affecting that receiver at that location at each given moment at each given moment. In this example, in this example, the base station is located about 25 kilometers from the mobile receiver. The operator of mobile receiver moves from place to place. The operator of the mobile receiver moves from place to place. So the operator might be recording addresses for an E911 database or trees damaged by gypsy moth infestation or steering lights maintained by a public works. Maintained by a public works. The base station calculates the corrections which are need to eliminate the error in position in the position calculated at that moment from from GPS signal. The correction is later applied. The correction is later applied to the position calculated by the mobile receiver at the same instant. Calculated by the mobile receiver at the same instant. The corrected position is not perfect. The corrected position is not perfectly accurate because the kinds and magnitudes of errors, the kinds and magnitudes of errors affecting the two receivers are not identical, and because of the low frequency of GPS timing code. Because of the low frequency of the GPS timing code. For differential correction to work, fixes recorded by the mobile receiver must be synchronized with fixes recorded by the base station. You can provide your own base station also. You can provide your own base station also, or you need to use correction signals which are produced from reference stations maintained by the US Federal Aviation Administration, the US Coast Guard, or other public agencies or private subscription services. You need to use your own, no problem at all. Okay.